Kiss? You know what? I think I'm gonna play a video first.
I think you should.
Yeah.
Bro, Quest.
Real guys, man. 1800. You see it, man.
Alright, Peter, my nigga Quest, man. We out here. Long live Quest, nigga. Long live Quest. Quest world. Rest in peace, my brother Quest.
That's Quest world, man.
Quest world.
1800. We on the block right now.
Let's go hard kiss, man. I'm back. And just in time, in the right place. Suddenly I will play my ace. I'm trying to make it to the top. It's the grind non-stop. I'm trying to make it to the top. It's the grind non-stop. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me. Told my niggas I'm gon' get it, it's gon' take a minute. But I only speak the real, so I know they get offended. I was gone, but I made this banger, now a nigga trending. Did a lot of sinning, now I'm just a young nigga winning. Free my brother Frost, I told him stand tall. We ain't for them wins, nigga, we don't take no losses. My mind said she need it, and I said what's the cost? I get it by any means, nigga, win, lose or draw. I gotta go and get this shit by any means. My brother out here chasing chicken pigeon to the fiends. And all I see is dollar signs, I gotta get this green. See a op, he a stain, clean him up, me and green. Yeah, and I gotta get this cake. This tastes so good and I ain't talking anime. And when you talking to me, you better watch out what you say. These niggas don't have the answers like Kanye once told Sway. Let's get it. It's the grind non-stop. Non-stop, 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 non-stop. GoHardKiss. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me.
The streets taught me a lot. Who be faking, who is real. Heard cousin got shot, I was ready to go kill. Crazy thing about it, he is fucking my ex-girl. Took a long time to realize that this is a cold world. Now I'm so cold-hearted, I don't think twice about it. I meet the bitch and hit it twice and then forget about it. I try to separate myself, but ain't no way around it. If it's beef, I'm on the east. If you fuck boys really about it. I wasn't born a savage, but I got my savage ways. I used to daydream about ways to get paid. So then I count the ounces with them sister nicks and dimes. For a little bit, I had my pockets looking kinda fine.
It's the grind non-stop. Non-stop, 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 non-stop. It's the grind non-stop. Non-stop, 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 non-stop. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me. I wonder why. I wonder why. I wonder why the fuck they hating on me.
Because one of my childhood friends, like we grew up together and stuff like that.
that, staying at each other's house every day and stuff. And like we was two different type of people. At one point in time, we was seeing people playing basketball and stuff. Then he went down the wrong path. Like he started doing what he do, and I did myself. I did what I did: basketball, football, wrestling, all that. And he was into the streets, so then he got killed. So then that made me want to do the video to him, because I really didn't. It was the last time seeing him, stuff like that. So I wanted to do something for him and get everybody together for like at least one time, because like a lot of people, when they come together, they don't get along. Like when he died, when he got killed and stuff, a lot of people that like me and like we didn't even like each other. We shook hands and stuff, like, and said it's more to life than fighting and stuff. There ain't no need for it.
Yeah, that's peace. One thing I was saying before some of you got here is, you know, I've done hip hop for some years, and I've never seen the type of following and support that he has. You're 16, correct?
Yes.
And I'm talking about people younger than him and older, like 18, 19-year-olds that are supporting a lot of the things that he's doing. And so what's some of the things that you're doing right now, musically?
I'm actually working on my first mixtape on my job, and I'm just like doing shows out of Buffalo, like keeping in contact with a lot of people that's actually like doing it big and stuff like that. So I'm just focusing on my mixtape and doing shows and stuff like that.
Now, how challenging is it, like you saying that Quaz was, you know, you was tight with him, but he was in the street, you wasn't in the street. How was you able to really maintain like a relationship like that with you not being out there like he was?
It was like, like I said, we used each other every day. Like that's when he wasn't in the street, like we used each other every day. And then that's when I had moved from where I was living. We lived right across the street from each other. We still kept in contact and stuff, but like he said he had other friends, and them friends was doing the things that he didn't do, and they drug him into it, and he started doing it too. And it was almost like he was a deacon of his own. Like he is a good basketball player. Like everybody like know he was a good basketball player, and it was like a couple of years back. He started playing basketball again in the summer league up there at the Legends Court. Like he was up there playing, and nobody expected him to be there playing, because they expected him to be over there on Niagara and stuff like that. But he was out there playing, and he was doing good.
Now, do you see a lot of your age that's going in his direction, or going his route, and when they do, what's some of the reasons why you think they choose the streets over doing something else?
Yeah, it's a lot of people doing it, and I think it's because like they too into that. They look up to Chief Keef, and cause he young, like he's like 18, 19, and they're around that age, so they see how he grew up and see like they like his music and stuff. Then that's when they start to get the dreads. Then that's when they get the dreads. Then they act like a whole different person. Like they just feel like they can't be touched.
You see females out there like that too, or is it just mostly dudes?
I see a lot of males. I don't know about the females, but I see a lot of males doing it.
Okay. Anybody got any questions for Jay?
With us being in the same group, and pushing for the same thing in life, man, I want to know, what do you see yourself doing with the team in about 5 years from now?
I can see like how if we keep doing what we doing now at a young age, then in the future we'll have a bright future. I can already see us doing something big in the future and stuff like. So what we doing now, and then we already got a lot of people like that reach out to us, a lot of people that like our music, look up to us, and all that. If we keep doing what we doing, we gonna have a bright future. Like it's gonna be big for us. And a lot of people don't know, like a lot of people ask me like where I get GoHardKiss from. It was like they had started the group Go Hard, and then that's when I was playing basketball, football, but I had to step away from it because I had passed out in Rochester. My health wasn't that good, so I was scared to play basketball. Like I couldn't do nothing about it. Like, and the doctor, she had told me like I had some type of heart disease. Come to find out I didn't, but she told me that, and it had me scared. So I wouldn't step on the court or nothing. So then I'm like, I can't do nothing, so I might as well try music. I mean, I've been around it my whole life. Then Go Hard, I'm in that group, and it's not even like there's a lot of gangs and stuff like that, but like Go Hard, they made me mean of it. Go hard at what you do. It's like the people we all grew up together, call each other brothers, and I just put GoHardKiss, cause Jada kissed my name. Just took out the Jada, put the kiss in it, and GoHardKiss, and it's a couple people in Go Hard off to college, Quadrios, and he doing football at Pittsburgh. We got Butter at Lincoln University doing basketball. We got others going off to Brockport for football and stuff like that. So, like, it's really a positive, like, surroundings of people in that group. Like, we just doing positive things. Like, I really understand, like, my cousin, like, I told my mom, like, I don't like a lot of older people listening to the music because, like, now, like, it's like, I like to show respect to older people, so like when the cussing and stuff like that, I was like I be iffy about it. But I mean, I told my mom it's music, like she said she had to understand, but like now I'm making clean versions and stuff like that, so it's my ass, like it's my older, then I let them listen to the clean version, not the.
But I would say this too, like things have changed a lot when I was younger. So when I was younger, you didn't even think about cursing around adults. You know what I'm saying? Now, with y'all generation, they have that on at primetime television. You can hear curse words. You know, so things are changed in such a way where we are the ones that have to adopt and have to adapt to the way that you are. Not expect y'all to just meet us to get where we're at, but we have to adapt to the way that you speak, the music you listen to, the way that you dress. You understand what I'm saying? So things that might have been offensive 20 years ago is a lot different nowadays, and that's one of the reasons too why I said earlier you have some adults that don't have a relationship with the youth because they're afraid or they just don't know how to communicate with you, or they get offended about the way you say something as opposed to what you're actually saying.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I listen to that. I'm like, I'm looking at you're a leader.
Yeah, thanks.
You know, but some people can't see that. They just gonna say, "Nah, he said the F word."
Yeah.
I'm like, man, this man is a leader. You know. We have any questions? Any other questions for Jadakiss?
Okay. Well, mine is really more commentary. So, you know I'm D. Scott, so you know the one you were on my show. And so you were brought to my attention because of that video. And I wouldn't even think about what you were saying in the video either. I'm like, he got Pierce Avenue and the One Stop Corner Shop on live, a bunch of kids that probably normally wouldn't like each other coming together for the death of a friend. So that's a concept that I got in the video. And so whenever you're able to take 20 people, 30 people, 40 people and put them into a movement like that, that's powerful. Because some people can't even get 4 people to show up to something. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then we found out you were 16. So I had you on my show, and everybody that knows me knows, I don't necessarily just always do local because I'm not a local person. I'm everywhere, I'm all over the place. So we had you on the show, you explained the Go Hard entity to me, the whole concept, which is amazing. And what a lot of people don't understand is that's a brand. And so, although the music will be great, there's, like my mother used to tell me, there's a lot of great actresses. Some of them starving right now. Some of them ain't got food to eat. So one of the things that we'll get with you about is the branding of who you are and what it is that you're doing, because not everybody comes up with a concept of go hard at this or go hard at that. That's a brand. You have to own it. So like she was saying about my son, and I just want to be clear about things, you know, we're from Niagara Falls. I tell people all the time, we're from the 716. I put the 716 on my back on all the merchandise that I wear. What makes my son different, and what will make you different as well, is the fact that my son put a book out at age 10 through the company that his mother owns that published book. So no, not everybody is doing that. You know, and I learned that from Saladin, so each one teach 9, right? So my son, his publishing company, if you look at any one of my books, which I've written 6, if you look at any one of my books, it says Boom Enterprises. That's Boom. So no, not every kid does get the royalty rights to publishing. And so one of the things you have to do, you have to be careful, especially in this area, is identity theft. You know, so yeah, GoHardKiss, we understand that, but the Go Hard thing, which is one of the things you and I will sit down and we'll talk about, is branding, and that's where your money is gonna come from. You know, if you have a following like that and they'll listen to just what you say, think about what you could say to influence them to do something else or to buy something else. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that a lot of people don't understand. And then when I found out who your mother was, I'm like, oh, I know your mama. So that's the importance of keeping things in the community. It's like, oh yeah, I know your mom. Okay, I know what stock you come from. I know how you were raised. I know what was going on. So the streets was never going to be a good idea for you because of the background that you come from. Streets won't be a good idea for him because that's not the background that he comes from. So now let me say this to you. When you say that you see yourself doing big things, what's the biggest thing you see yourself doing?
I can see myself either being like in a business, like owning my own businesses and making music, like performing. Like one of my biggest things I want to do is perform at the like BET Hip Hop Awards. So that's what I want to do.
Have you ever heard of South by Southwest Awards? Have you ever heard of Lollapalooza? There are so many other venues that you can do. The BET Hip Hop Awards, that's like, if that's what you aspiring to do, I want you to look up those other things because it's bigger than BET. BET is not the world. You understand what I'm saying? You do know that Wiz Khalifa is actually more famous overseas than what he is here in the States. That's where that 30 million came from.
That's where your untapped markets are, and that's what she's talking about.
And that's what I'm saying. So I want you, that's what I said, I know that you're raw talent, so we want to sit down with you. And so not so much just the music, but just to make sure that your rights and the things that you're investing your time and money in are protected, because these people are snakes. Oh, perfect example. So everybody knows YOLO, you only live once, the Drake song, right? He lost an estimated $25 million because he did not copyright that. So that's
direct money in your pocket, just like Marshawn has trademarked "Thank You." That's what she's talking about.
Oh, I didn't even know he trademarked that.
He trademarked that last week.
Well, Marshawn Lynch also owns BeastModeOnline.com. Let me just put that out there.
All that is revenue, and if you're looking, not to cut her off, if you're looking to get into music, you have to understand the pitfalls and the perils that come with that. Because for every 10 people that start out, it's the same way, looking to get into sports professionals, just as Keith was saying, for every 10 people that start out, only one makes it. So the end game is, what do you do when the music side of what you're doing is not successful financially? You can be a commercial success and still be starving, just like GoHardKiss is. That's why GoHardKiss left Puff Daddy. He was getting the accolades, but he wasn't seeing the check. Like he told people, I can't feed my kids with these plaques. So the question becomes, how do you sustain yourself if the music doesn't succeed? Just like what Boom's doing. Boom has got himself here, but he's also got himself positioned here. So if this don't work out, I can always move into this because I know this is sustainable.
Yeah, that's why I said, like, there's a lot of people who, like, they start doing good music and stuff, like, they can see themselves, like, say they got a deal or something, like, a lot of people drop out of school. I go to school. I gotta get my education because I want to go off to college for business and stuff like that, entrepreneur and all that. So, like, I can't see myself dropping out of school and stuff like that. So I got good news. I had good news told to me and stuff like that, like that I could be like my uncle. Like he told me like he can get me in a good record like Universal and all that. So like, but I'm like I'm not trying to look at that. I'm in school. I gotta focus on school first because.
Well, there's nothing wrong with having an eye on the future, because when you have an eye on the future, you understand what you have to do today to get there. But you're right, it starts here. It starts here, just like that journey of 1,000 miles. That first step with that next step is going to get you to where you want to get to. So there's nothing wrong with having an eye on the future, so long as you understand what you have to do here to get there.
Right.
I have 2 questions. Who's your father?
Judy.
I'm Keith Muhammad. I'm probably the best rapper you never heard. And I love hip hop. I love hip hop. I don't care because I don't care what you rap about, as long as you're lyrical with it, as long as you got a presence, as long as you got delivery in it. I'm just thinking, who influenced you? Like, who's your favorite rapper? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I should have listened to my show. You would have known.
Yeah.
Because hip hop.
I get that.
I think you look at us as like old. I'm not old. I mean, I'm the youth right now. I'm kind of hip hop. So I'm 40 to 20. But like growing up, I like Rakim and KRS One and Chuck D, and then the Wu-Tang took it over. I'm a Wu banger. But like, who influenced you? Like, you know, to get don't say Jadakiss.
No, I can honestly say Lil Durk influenced me, and it's like because where he came up from, he was from Lil Durk, so he from Chicago. He had recently signed with like French Montana and they record label Coke Boys, and I study him. I go on YouTube and stuff like that, look up like stuff about his interviews, listen to what he talking about and stuff like that, and I got interested in listening to his music and stuff like that. He got his own style. A lot of people from Chicago, like, they just stick to one style. They stick to that drill and all that. He different. He grew up from the higher part of Chicago, and he can change up in a quick minute. Like, he can go from a love song, he do mad love songs, stuff like that, the girl stuff. Like, and that's why he influenced, like, I honestly listen to him every day. Every day when I wake up, I put my headphones in and listen to him and get work done. Because I go on YouTube, watch him, listen to what he say, and he give good advice. Like, he a cool person. Somebody even told me like they chilled with him. Like, they a DJ. They told me they like he ain't like they was with the Migos, him and all them. He said the Migos was type like they too like stuck up. Like, they got that gold, all that gold and rack ups. Like, but Lil Durk, they said he mad cool. He like another one of us. Like, he'd just talk to you, give you advice and all that. So that's why I look up to him. Like, he made it out of Chicago alive, and he taking care of his kids and stuff like that. And he proud to say like he got 3 kids that he taking care of and making sure they good and eating and everything.
Time to go. So like basically we put some other people under us too, so that if one person get their footing, we all get our footing. So it's all in the works right now. Basically, we just all working to get where we need to be right now. And with me, I moved to New York City, so after high school, because I knew that like staying here in Niagara Falls, a lot of people is not going to support you. So I got out of here in order for me to make a bigger move for my team. So I'm working. We just all working right now, basically, just to all get our foot in there. You know.
Now, what do you do in New York?
In New York, I go to school. I'm at Mercy in Manhattan right now. I'm 39.
And then I went to Pitt, graduated there, and then went to Pitt School.
Yeah, so right now I'm doing music too. Like, I live with my brother. He plays the drums and stuff right now.
What borough?
Brooklyn. We live in Brooklyn. Cizon Griffin, yeah.
You know, I just seen Cizon in the subway station on 42nd Street when I brought him up there. The one that came, I saw him, videotaped it, whatever. My son was actually involved in a protest during the Christmas time, and that's how we ended up with the Humans of New York. So if you're up there with Cizon, then he's very aware of who I am, because I know his mother, which is Shan, that went to school with all of us. So y'all are the offspring of the people that we grew up with. So basically what we're doing is the same thing, each one teach one. So y'all are the offspring of the the people that we grew up with. So obviously it's in our best interest to help you, because y'all want to end up influencing him, and then him and his circle of friends, which this seems to be the generation that needs the most help. Not y'all's, but his generation. You see what I mean? So I'm gonna get with him, but just let me put this out there real quick. The average millionaire has 7 sources of income. All right, so you're talking about Little Durk and things like that, and all I think about is the Diddy's, which he's lost his mind, but whatever. You know, you have to own everything that you do. So for as much as we don't like Diddy, for as much as we don't like Marshawn Lynch, everything they say, they own. So you know what my brand is, the Zero FUX brand, right? I own that. I put that in the Urban Dictionary. Nobody, when people put the different shirts up, they tag me in them. and they be like this, and I'm like, that's not my brand because my brand is this and this.
Yeah.
So it's very distinct. So because you guys have that, one of the first things that needs to happen is you need to own that. So that if somebody comes and tries to say, yeah, well, we just go hard up, I own that. I can sue you for that.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money in lawsuits. Listen to me when I tell you. And y'all need to go ahead. So we're going to sit down and we'll have a conversation about that. And now that I know that you're there with Saison, we're in New York all the time. So we'll talk.
All right. We got any other questions? Okay. All right.
What could we as a, this is a two-part question, what could we as adults do to help you succeed?
Well, y'all can give me like y'all advice, like any negative, positive, anything. I take it because I feel like I like people being honest with me. So if you feel some kind of way, just tell me. Like, I mean, I can't please everybody. Like my music, like, how I feel, like I do my music how I feel. Like I base it off my feelings. So, like if I'm feeling some type of way one day, then I do a song like that. If I feel another way, I do it like that. I just feel like a lot of adults should support more of the youth because a lot of them don't do there's a lot of adults making music now and really not getting no recognition because like if they don't support the youth, like how do you expect us to support y'all?
And another part, and this might be a little tender for you, how could we as adults help prevent the untimely death of people your age?
Well, do more stuff like this. Like get to open up more. Like I think it should be like more of like it's not a lot of stuff for teens. Like not a lot of stuff for teens. Like it's more stuff like once. All right, we had the boys club. Like once you hit like 14, like once you hit high school and stuff, you can't do the boys club no more. So like then you go into high school, and a lot of people like don't like sell the coach, and it's because like people feel like he'd tell you if you made the team or not based off how he look at you through his eyes, and I seen a lot of people who didn't make the team because of that go out, they start smoking weed, they start drinking, they couldn't do high school basketball, so there ain't nothing else for teams to do. If you ain't got high school basketball, then you have to go all the way out to Buffalo like I did today. Me and Sel don't get along, and he a grown man. I don't like really disrespect. I won't disrespect a grown man. So I had to go all the way out to Buffalo like I did today to find a travel team to play for, try it out, because I can't do high school basketball. I'm my own high school, and I'm trying to transfer my high school now because like I can't stay there and like being with him, like it'll make you want to say something because he say slick remarks, like he'll pick with you like he your age. And I think it should be more of adults stepping in and doing more stuff like this and opening up stuff for teens to do rather than like people like 10, 11, 12. Like they always gonna have that, like the boys club and stuff like that if that's their age. Not enough stuff for like 16-year-olds like me, stuff to do like that.
If you had an idea of like opening up something or doing something, what would it be?
I think it'd be like something like just the hangout spot, like something like that, almost like the Connect, like something like that, like just opening it up. Like we can do different stuff, like almost like every 2 weeks, something like that. Where we like go out, Dave and Buster's or something, bowling, go out to eat, something like that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like that's why I always said this was always like one of my goals. Like if I make it rapping, like it don't have to be like a sport rapping. You could go make it a business, like big businesses and stuff like that. I always said that I wanted to put a smile on people's faces, like that ain't really like that had it hard growing up, like that really didn't have nothing, like had no Christmas or something like that, or like just doing that, giving back to the community and stuff like that. That's why I really want to touch a lot of millions and stuff like that, like so I can do that, because I feel like even though I don't need to do it, but I feel like I want to do it. I want to do that, like put a smile on people's faces that I ain't ever had nothing like that. Cause my dad always locked up. So like, my older brother just turned 21. He had to be the man of the family, and he was doing that at 11, 12, 13. Like gangs, blood gangs, touching guns, shooting people and all that. So had to sell drugs, getting robbed, all that. Only at 13, 12. So like that made me, he always said he wanted to go to school to be a businessman. That made me want to do it even more, take after like what he wanted to do and it make him happy. That's why another thing I started rapping and stuff like that. He had put the money behind it, all that. I don't have a job, so my brother do whatever it takes for him, like to keep me out the streets, stuff like that, keep me out of trouble, cause like he want to see me and my little brother do good and be great, because he didn't get a chance to do it because he had to be a man of a family at a young age.
That's why I said I like your video, and I like how Denise said you got all those people, you know what I'm saying, to support that video. Now, if you can translate all those people from that video to help fill up this, Saladin is giving y'all a voice, you know, a place to I'll say what you want to say. But he's giving you the stage, you know what I'm saying? Bring those people from there out here, because it can only grow. It's going to take y'all young folks and us old folks. Cause it's all about what can the old folks do. Y'all can also do things for yourself, as far as getting your buddies in here and listen to you. I like to say about the education part, how parts of your group, you know what I'm saying, went off to college and Brockport. You know, I got my little Brockport wrestling hat right here.
Yeah, actually,
anyway, what I'm saying is that's good. Keep the education. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes, like, you know, you got different people running for school boards now. We ain't gonna promote them right now, but
Why not?
I want to. There she is. You know what I'm saying? People like that, we go to ideas, you know what I'm saying? They bring it to the school, because the school district can also help with some of these things. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, you're making videos, fine. You got a whole audio visual, you know what I'm saying, in your school that can help you out. You can learn that and back and forth. Stick with your education, because you can rap all day long.
Yeah.
I know you can do it, but if you can't read a contract and figure out what's going on, you out there flat. I like to say thank you, something. I got a meeting to go to, and I appreciate it. It's good. Thank you. All right.
We got any more questions? You got a question? Okay, go ahead.
Oh, was it hard? It was like, it really wasn't actually. As long as you, like, there's a lot of people like who think it's hard, but to me, I don't know, it's just, it came natural. Like, it only take a couple words to know, putting them together and sticking to the script when you're rapping, and it just came easy.
Really?
Now, I personally do have a collection of rappers that I listen to that influence the way I write a little bit of poetry, as well as some folk
Just
art.
like my background, like I can also make a track about like there's a lot of people who, like, when I first started rapping, I always said that like I'm gonna keep it real. Like, I ain't gonna say like no false information or none of that, like none of that writing, like and foreign cards that I don't got and stuff like that. But it came out, a lot of people was like sometimes like you got a lot of stuff to talk about in your life, but also like you gotta go out your way sometimes and like sometimes give people what they want to hear too at the same time. So I stepped out of that side with that real stuff, but I also stayed with it, and I can mix it in now. Like I'm good at it. I just stick to writing. In like summertime, like all my friends would go out, I'd be on the porch writing, enjoying the weather but writing at the same time. So just practice. I still got a lot to learn in the game. I just started like a year ago.
You just started what, a year ago?
Yeah, he said that on the show. Y'all would have listened to my show.
I got a lot to learn.
What? Yo, I didn't know that. See, that just hit me in the head. A year?
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. A year? That's crazy.
Hip hop got different generations, you know.